tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And leading them out in the third year of a young career out of Alabama, it's Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 15 carries, 62 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Now Jones throwing on first down, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Jones now from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Stevenson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Stevenson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll run for the first time with Pierre Strong. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built, get a first down.
It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On the handoff, this is Mostert. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off play action. Jones. Open man is born. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running left is Stevenson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now Jones on first down. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Looking to throw. Jones setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to throw. Jones has set up the screen for Stevenson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Two are going to try and go quickly here. Hill going to go in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jalen Hurts, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Teddy Bridgewater, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, on Monday night, our first doubleheader of the year. Saints Panthers at 7:15 Eastern, followed by Cleveland-Pittsburgh an hour later. We saw a strong first half of play from quarterback Mac Jones. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Now a 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
And the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Jones throw taken in by Bourne. Touchdown! Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 31 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. It's a run with Mostert, and he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
New England trying to get a place on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run once more with Stevenson.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On the handoff, Stevenson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Jones to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So on is the kicker, Chad Ryland, in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because That's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he stopped immediately there. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.